Hello. Um, as we're all stuck with this coronavirus problem, we are probably better off not to ride touchy horses or put ourselves in dangerous situations. And personally, myself, I'm just working young horses on the ground, and the horses that I'm riding are pretty safe. So I was thinking the other day, and how could I help the students that at the moment can't come over here, but they still have their own horse to work with, or at least to move, and the others that would like to be introduced into this horsemanship, but at the moment we can't have anybody coming over at the farm. So I thought about grabbing my younger horse. His name is Stormborn. He's a Spanish Mustang with very old and different bloodlines. He's 2.5 years old. Because of all the other horses that I have to work with, I didn't really have a lot of time to invest in him, so I just put quite a little sessions here and there, and then he's been just left to grow up. He's not really under saddle yet, even if he's a really cool dude. He could really benefit, like any horse, from a 30-day program of 30 minutes per day of groundwork. So sometimes when we say do groundwork with your horse, people just don't know what really they could practice. And groundwork can be about making a horse safe for yourself when you want to ride him, or for refinement, or just generally to teach them some manners. And to get also, and for me especially actually, is to start my communication that I have on that day with my horse. So there are several different exercises that you can practice on the ground, and I went back and forth on which one to start off. And I know that there are others that can blow your mind if I would have started with those. So I'm going to start with one that is so basic and looks very simple to do, and it will get you started with your own horse. So we all gonna love our horses all the time and get close to them and pet them, etc. But do those horses respect our space? Stormborn is he's 2.5 and he's a stud still. We'll see if he will. Don't give me that look. But one thing that he has to definitely learn is manners, and to give me space. So one way to ask my horse if he can give me a little bit more space is by backing him up. And there are a lot of things that I could say about backing, but in this case you can start with your horse as, can you give me a little bit of space if I'm asking you to do that? And you can do it through feel, of course, like the other type of maneuvers, but you can do it at even a little bit more mechanically. It's not the ideal way, but it might be the easiest for now for you guys to learn. So one thing that I'm gonna start by asking to my horse when I want him to back up, is I'm gonna raise my hand and I'm gonna give slightly signal with my lead rope to go down this way, and that should initiate my horse to back up, which is pretty good in this case. I'm looking for different things on a horse when I want him to back up. I'm looking for lightness in the feet, for rhythm in the feet, and for be able to do less and get the same. So you probably already know it, but as a horse is backing up, his left front foot should leave at the same time as the right hind. The right front foot should leave at the same time as the left hind. If the feet are not moving together it means that my backing is a little bit sticky. So you see that now he just moved 1 foot. I wasn't really asking him to back up, but those are some of the things that you can look in your backing up. Oh, and one other thing with him, and with just generally younger horses, is straightness. If they are not straight on backing, they're not going to be probably straight on going forward. There was something else that I wanted to say. It'll come back in my mind. So again, I'm going to raise up my hand. He's tossing his head up, which is not great. I'm going to leave him time to think about it. If that's not really working the way I wanted, which it didn't, I'm going to give a bit of a bump down, and I'm going to go with him. Good. I didn't like that I had to go a bump down, so I'm going to ask to do the same now. There, that was much better. You start your backing with your energy up, coming from your core, and we will talk about this a lot more in the next days. But that's how I'm introducing my horse, that I want space. I'm going to step in, and I have my energy up. That's an indirect feel. It's something that a person might don't see, but a horse will feel it. If that's not working, I'm gonna go more for a direct feel, which can also be seen more in a mechanical way. So he's 2.5, he's learning to read my feel. I'm learning to read him a little bit more, and I'm gonna start to step in and have a little bit of presence. You see, he took 1 step, 1.5. Was very good. So I pat him here. He's taking a step forward. Now I raise up. I have my energy. I didn't have to give that bump down. You see? He's backing up himself, and that's good enough. For such a young horse, I'm quite happy. One other thing you could do, let's say that was the type of space that I was, the distance that I asked before. Maybe I want to ask him a little bit more. So I'm gonna get a little bit more stuck in my own feet and ask my horse to keep backing. You see? He's not completely straight. As he got more distant from me, he was a little bit twisted, and the feet didn't work, didn't back up with the proper rhythm. So I'm gonna try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I got 4 steps on a rhythm straight. At the 3rd step, I stopped my feet, and he kept backing because there was fluidity into that. And that, for me, it's a good spot to quit my horse at the moment on the backing up. Now I can do my other 22 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it was, of something else about my groundwork, but I will explain that in the next days. Thanks very much.